Hey guys, welcome back to Micho Makes. My name's Micho. I like to make stuff. Today I've got part number 43 of the Toyota Sprinter Trueno AE86 by DeAgostini. This is the massive 1/8 scale model that we are building together, and without further ado, let's just jump right into this one. Alright, opening this one up. We're starting out with our cover. Got a box here. Got a piece of cardboard. We've got our magazine. And we've got our parts. As you can see, we have a lot of wires here. Multicolored, labeled too as well. Looks like some LEDs in there too. So it looks like we can kind of look forward to that. Looks like there's a switch here, more LEDs, again more wires. So it looks like we're working on some wires today. But in the meantime, let's take a look at this magazine. It looks like we're looking at variations and just other vehicles like the Toyota Trueno, Corolla 2, and Corsa. Maybe like kind of family members. We were looking at rivals before for a while, but when we're looking at like maybe family members of the Corolla or the AE86 too as well that were produced. Yeah, so I want to double check and make sure that you guys can read all that. Definitely more towards the late 70s, early 80s vibe. Let's see if I can find a date real quick of when. Oh, yeah, it doesn't look like they have an info box of exactly when these were made. But let me just make sure that this is in focus for you so you can actually read it. Okay. All right. Hang on one second here. All right, we'll just give you guys a second to pause this video if you want to read that, as well as this one. It's always cool to see the different variations that they made, trim levels, and this is the Corsa. It looks like a lot like a Starlet almost, but hot hatch, very small, compact. I guess commuter car with a turbocharged one too as well. Pretty cool. Really subcompact cars almost. It's interesting to see these variations too, with the Corolla and the Trueno too, just to see how they differ a lot of times. Because obviously the Trueno was a 4-door, and the Corolla too, it looks like it came in the coupe version. Cool, and it looks like we jump right into the build, and this looks pretty simple. Let's take a peek real quick here. It looks like we're literally just connecting a lot of these wires to the diagram. It's pretty self-explanatory. Like they're labeled, and then the circuit board's labeled too. Yeah, it looks like we're literally just labeling. We're not labeling. We're just laying them out in whatever order and just kind of leaving there. That is the part. So we'll just get this done real quick. pretty simple, it looks like. And then, oh, okay, so actually, this is the part where if you want to add in, gosh, I remember what episode that was. Maybe it was like 20 episodes ago, where I bought the customized parts where you can actually add in fog lights. There's different mods that you can actually pre-order, and I found out these mods are actually very limited, and then they did go on sale again, but you could only order them from the Japanese DeAgostini site. And I tried to get the other parts because I had mentioned this at the very beginning. I was like, hey, I want to get all these mods that had, kind of a racing steering wheel, fog lights. These are carbon fiber-esque headlight covers. And there is like a carbon fiber hood. There's some Watanabe wheels, some racing seats too as well. And when I was looking for these parts, it was pretty difficult only because I've been using a third party service to actually get these, parts for the DeAgostini model as a whole, but they didn't have, you had to order the other parts directly from DeAgostini, not a third party, to get the customized parts I guess they're customized. But I was able to get them all. I did have to kind of go through somebody who was trying to sell those too as well. Did have to pay a little bit more than what I'd like to, but this is what you kind of sacrifice you have to make when you aren't in the market for this. As mentioned before, DeAgostini does have an American division. They do these same things with for American, cars and other American vehicles too as well. I think they have Mustangs in there. Pretty cool. So you can still do this, but they just didn't have this one. And I understand why, because this is a very popular car in Japan. It is technically a popular car in America, but they just probably didn't see a market for it. So getting the parts, especially those modded parts in America, really difficult. So I might do the fog lights now, but let's just get this thing done and unpacked and take a look real quick. All right, let's start taking a look at these wires that we're just literally putting into the circuit board. Looks like we've got a little switch on the end here. I'm gonna make sure we can focus in on that for you. I think it's a switch. Is it some sort of like actuator of some sort? Look at that. Oh no, yeah, this is a switch. Maybe it's like for the door or something. Yeah, I don't know which one this is for yet. Here, got this blue and black wire. Got some LEDs on the clear LEDs right here. So this might be the actual headlights and maybe the tail lights too as well, because there are colored lamps on the tail lights. Another set of clear LEDs. Another actuator here for a completely black wire. You can see how they kind of flows that way. Amber for probably turn signals. Maybe these are for the fog lights. I'm not too sure, but got some amber ones there too as well. Another set of amber. So these probably are the front and then rear corner lights here too as well. So we have two pairs of amber. They're more like yellow, not amber really, but looks like we just have a really long cable with connections here. And another one, but this is a black and white connector, J3. All right, let's take a peek. I'll kind of keep these in order as best I can, and let's take a peek at the booklet itself and get everything laid out. All right, we've got our circuit board here, and you can see, I hope it's in focus. I'll just double check and make sure it is. But you can see all of the labeling that we have here with the different J's in there. So we'll just go ahead and start. We'll start with this green one, which is closest to us, and this is J14. And it looks like there literally is only just one direction that this one goes into. So let's locate J14 on here. And it looks like it is right, let's see here, 16, 13, 14, oh, it's right in the middle. Okay, cool. And to verify the direction of these connectors go, just like that. Goes in just real simple. Yeah, this is going to be a pretty non-complicated part. It's actually kind of a nice change of pace, just because we were dealing with that one from last week. This is J18. The one that we did last week was just that one that we had so many engine bay connections to do, and it just took a long time to do. This is a nice little change of pace, just to make sure that you don't kind of get burnt out by that too as well. There's 18. Try to keep these a little bit separate, just because I do not want these getting tangled up. Here is number. The label go. There it is. J2. And J2 looks like it's right here in this connector, right in the middle on the side. Again, these are the LEDs. It's connected. J15 here. See, J15 is like right dead in the middle too. Okay. J11 right here. Okay, J11 is complete. J13. J3. Oh, it's right there. Okay. More LEDs. This is J4. This one actually has some connectors on here to connect more other some other pieces in there, so look forward to that. And the final one, J3. And J3 is right down here. And with that, all the wires are now connected from this part. It's so strange that this is it. I think I will actually do the other one too, but it's just quite strange. Like literally, this is the part, and it's kind of funny that you just kind of like, okay, well, we're just gonna plug in some wires. But I think we will grab the fog lights here and see if we can just get these quickly assembled. It looks like we are mounting them on the the front too as well. So I do like the fog lights. We'll see how many mods I put in, because these are optional, which is really cool. But I want to see actually how many I actually want to use. Maybe I don't like the carbon fiber hood. I don't know. I probably will use it, but there might be some stuff I'm not interested. Fog lights though, definitely want to use. So I'm gonna go grab those and I'll be right back. All right, I haven't seen this guy in a while. I think we actually built this on in the first part, right? But we'll put it onto the side right now and bring it back after I get all the fog lights pulled out. So here are our lamps. It looks like we're gonna need not the steering wheel. Those ones, I think we have the AP screws, I believe. Yeah, AP screws right here. Got the backing reflector metallic part on the lights. These are the covers, we don't need those. Here's the backing. And I believe we'll need a couple brackets. Let me just confirm which ones that we need. Okay, it looks like we're going to need these little brackets inside these. They actually were grouped together with the horn button. And it looks like the steering column part. So we got this little bracket holder here. And we had one in each bag for some reason. I don't know why. But maybe just go and make sure that you have everything. Okay, oops. Put this back. Use it later. Horn button. Get that zipped up. Put that back. Looks like we have the 2 wires for the fog lights too. These do not need to be wired in right now, so we'll just put those in there. Everything back that we're not going to need, but we will need the AP screws that we have right here, and we'll hang on to these ZP ones too. So let's get everything pulled out and we'll take a look. Okay, we've got everything laid out here. And the first things we're going to be doing is actually taking these reflector backs, it looks like. And they are labeled, thankfully, R and L, just to kind of make sure people don't get these mixed up. And then we're adding these kind of holder brackets here, just to make sure that everything stays on place. So I'll go ahead and attach this one to two as well. Actually, let me verify which one goes with which, because it looks like there's specific ones in the instructions. Okay, it looks like we're starting with the left one here is L for the left. And looks like we're going to be taking one of these guys and placing it in this hole, I believe. This little nub here goes in this top hole. And then this one gets swung around back here. Wow, actually, I totally mixed that up. Look, on this bracket, you can't even see it. It's really tiny, like really microscopic right there. See that? See that R? And then L, obviously. I totally missed that. Right there, L. So I had this backwards. And I believe you stick this one. Oh, no, sorry, that's the nub. You stick this nub right here, right in this hole, and then you rotate that right there. Yeah, that looks way better. Oops, and then we're going to need to get a screw. Getting covered. Booklet. They only gave us 2 this time, but I think that's sufficient enough. All right. Okay, L to L. It's a little bit difficult because it looks like you're bracing against the wrong part here. Alright, nice and secure on that one. We'll take the right one. Sure looks right, even though that R is kind of in the wrong place right there. Took a little finessing, but I got that mostly secure. Just like that. All right. Brackets are in. It looks like there is a right and left on these, and because there is a little tab mark here. You can kind of see it on the bottom. Point with there, right there, and there is a little bit of a tab here on these ones. So all you need to do is just find it and snap it in. Look at that. That looks like a vintage fog light. And then we'll grab the other one. Get that pressed together. Looks really good. All right. Next part is actually getting this secured. And getting this secured is actually just popping these guys off. So there are those kind of bumper holes right there. Pulling this out. Okay, that came out. There it is. And I'm going to hang on to these just in case I say, you know what, we're done. We're not going to do the fog lights right now. So these will be saved, definitely. And let's keep these right and left. So this is going to be left. So left hand side and America over here. Let's put those in right there. And there is no screw holding these in. So all you need to do is just friction fit. Push them in. There that is. Friction fit. Push this one in. And take a look. Let's zoom out and take a look at this. Isn't that iconic? Just a little bit, if you know what I'm talking about. Initial D. The fog lights on the AE86 Trueno. And they just fit really nice. And again, you can see the holes right there. And that's where the fog light wires will go inside too as well. And that's this part. Again, as a recap, we did the little bit of wiring over here. And then we just added in our fog lights. Just had quick instructions for getting those installed too as well. All right, guys, and that's it for part number 43 of the Toyota Sprinter Trueno AE86 by DeAgostini. This is a really quick part. Again, just plugging wires in the circuit board, adding in some fog lights. That's all this part was. And again, I don't mind a little nice change of pace just because we had so many things to do in that last part too as well. But in the meantime, let's take a look at the next one. And okay, these are going to be the next tires. I don't think so. They're eventually going to fill up the circuit board, but we've got more wires. Should be, again, pretty simple. We'll see what they have in store for us again to do maybe some more mods that we do as well. But again, thanks very much. My name is Micho Makes. Really do appreciate you liking this video. Give it a thumbs up. Really helps out the channel grow. I'd love to continue doing this. Really helps me keep me motivated, number one. too. So thanks very much, guys. Really, really, really appreciate it, and we'll see you guys in part number 44. Bye for now.